So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So that's got things underway. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system.
Oh, that's ambitious. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Forlan is offering a right smile there. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Right card! Harmlessly behind. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Batistuta. And that's gone loose. Batistuta was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And it's dealt with by the out-rushing keeper. Kane concedes a free kick for that. Knocks it into space. A probing pass. No, that's been intercepted. Now he's got space here, but that has not gone well. That pass isn't the best. And this is Forlan. Great vision. Well, played right into his path. Batistuta! And that is wildly off target.
Lexington really have been deserted by their composure and allowed frustration to take over, and it's not a good sign.
Well, that's been cut out, well played. Now it's Bebeto. So it is still 0-0. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Ronaldinho. That's the throw. Bernardo Silva is always scanning the pitch for... And Bebeto! It's run loose, who's going to get there?
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Can he get on the end of this? Short changes him with that pass. And this is Batistuta. That is lovely. Oh, that's fabulous. Now can he... Takes a shot! He's delivered all right! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
After 38 minutes is
Al Nassr are in front now, the game's only goal. Tries from distance. Saka goes direct. And that has put paid to that. Batistuta is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and
2
he
added
knows
minutes
it.
has been indicated.
Oh, easy pickings there. Batistuta. Bebeto. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And the action is back on the way.
Lexington really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything. Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Beckham. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Platini. He steps in, and that's the end of that. It's a searching pass. Rijkaard. And it's Bernardo Silva. Still chasing the game, trailing by one. Batistuta. Played in deep. That's a little off target. Henderson! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
He's a sharp little ball here. Now it's Batistuta. Goes for the shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job.
Corner number 2 then. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
So, third corner of the game. Bebeto goes short. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Park Ji-sung. He's big chance, must be! Chance, surely! And that would have been some goal.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of...
Oh, now here's an interesting... Oh, what has happened here? And Bebeto! And that would have been game, set and match.
Bebeto really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
More coming up here. Rijkaard!
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Chance! Looking for options for movement. Dida gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. And this is Batistuta.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
There will be
1 minute to add, according to the board. And there goes the final whistle. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that.
And we come to you now.
So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
It's just a bad day at the office, Peter. They look below par in all areas, and it has to be cause for genuine worry.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end. From us both, a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, we're on the way. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, Federico Di Marco is someone I consider to be an elite fullback. Even in Italy, where defending is an art, he's brilliant going in both directions, and he's got an impressive assist tally, and he's got solid defensive numbers too, so he really does make that left side his own, whether he's at left back or as a wing back.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Tries to pass it through.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
He's had a shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Long ball looking to counter. That's a lovely, neat pass. And here's Bernardo Silva. He's shifting through the gears here. He is just caressing the ball. Danielson did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Bernardo Silva. He has found the way through. Bernardo Silva! Now, in he goes again. Goal! Argentina! And it's Argentina in front. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now. Lexington really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Diving header! And he's there to belt it away. Great effort, he flew in with courage.
Messi may have slightly misjudged the timing, but there was nothing wrong with the intent. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Neymar. Oh, good-looking ball. Neymar. It's Neymar! It's a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
After 33 minutes.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Danielson. And this is Messi. He is through here. Busquets. Now it's Neymar.
2 added minutes has been
Out to the left it goes.
You can never be short of runners into space.
And the shot! Decent enough try.
Neymar is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far. So it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. So we're just settling back into this second half. Goes down, but nothing given. That looks a cracking ball. That is a crunching tackle. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Haaland actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
It's their second corner of the game. Keeper's dealt with that. Argentina have the chance to go the other. Oh, that's ambitious. And no one is overly concerned about that.
Well, it was an ambitious attempt, but it'll keep the defence on its toes at least.
Well, he's hit it long, but astray. And he's decided to go for it. That is decidedly lacking.
Yeah, he's disappointed with himself, but at least his boss is applauding the effort he made.
The pass has gone astray. A probing pass. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Rice. And that was nowhere near his best. Rijkaard. That's a good ball out wide. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. That's a cute ball. That has been slung wide. Bayer gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Cannavaro. Denilson. What a throw in. And it's Messi. And here's Neymar. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's good vision. Pass somewhat off target. And he's quick to get it clear again. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Played in with purpose. Van Bouten getting this one clear.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Argentina clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Now it's Bernardo Silva. Great vision. That's going to go a long way.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And that's that. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all... It is edge of the seat time here. Their place in the league at stake. Great for the neutrals, utterly unbearable for anyone with a vested interest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So we're up and running. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich. In many ways, the ultimate modern fullback in that he contributes just as much offensively as he does defensively. He seems to have a great instinctive understanding of when to move forward, and that means he rarely gets caught out of position on the counter-attack. He should be a key player for this team.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. That's been slipped through. He's got away. It's run loose. Who's going to get chance? He's done very well to get to that.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Tries to get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's decided to go for it.
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Now it's Ricky Puig. Looking to play him in. And here's Mbappe. No goals as yet. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. That's a sharp pass. Now it's Neymar. He's on it, can he get away? Dealt with nicely by the defence. Well, they've got it back in a hurry, and the pass is intercepted. Looking for options for movement. And here's Neymar. Mbappe. That's going to go a long way. Out for a throw. Hernandez has it in a wide position. It's not an especially good pass, that. Rice. Aimed beyond the defence.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. There's much...
And the shot! It's in! You know it. You just know it. He has slapped his name across this most crucial of games. Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Yeah, that's exactly what they required, but they need to be careful now. That goal could serve as a wake-up call for the hosts.
The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. That's a cute ball. Hernandez.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Tries to pass it through. And the half-time whistle goes. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Leading 1-0 at the break. So we're just settling back into this second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. He's a sharp little ball here. Pass is just off target. Now that's well seen too. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Messi, he's in a good... And the shot! Loose ball, and it's come back out to him. It's their second corner of the game. Punched away. And he's had a hit. And that's off target.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Knocks it into space. Belletti. Still just the single goal between the sides. And this is Neymar. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nicely aimed pass. And here's Stoichkov. Stoichkov showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Well timed, excellent interception. Belletti. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the message they're sending out now is pretty loud and clear. Let's grab a second goal and give ourselves an element of comfort.
The message is clear, none shall pass. Now he's got space here. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made. He's having a hit! Mbappe is onto it in a flash. Kimmich. Now that looks a decent ball. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Tries to play it through. Cute ball now, how can... It's Neymar! He's got a goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Substitution on the field. Number 6,
Oh, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Coming on the field.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Valverde.
2 added minutes has been
Baresi
indicated.
gets over and intercepts. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and inspiration. A really satisfying day's
And a
work.
quick announcement for the benefit of
Messi
anybody who is
voted
down
man of the
score.
match. These are desperate times. A sequence of disappointing results has brought them to where they are. Another one here, and they will be going down. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. And that gets things running. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, I think the fact that this guy, Saliba's starting, I think that indicates, Peter, you're looking to play out from the back, and he's shown to be very confident and comfortable on the ball when it comes to moving it forward. He'll see a lot of the ball, and sometimes he'll go direct from back to front.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. That's a decent clearance. Xavi Alonso. And he's picked out the run. He's picked his way through. He's having a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Now that looks a decent ball. Costa Curta. And it's Rijkaard. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Nice looking ball. Now it's Bale. So it is still 0-0. And the pass is intercepted. Rijkaard is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Oh, that is good. Neymar! Knocks it into space. Bale. Well read, nice interception. He's had a shot! Lacking in accuracy.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Looking for the run. Messi. Stoichkov. Real! There it is! Oh, that is a late call, but it's the right one.
Well, obviously some sections of the crowd would disagree, but that was the right decision, albeit a late one.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Oh, what a mistake! Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Jordan Henderson. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And here's Stoichkov. Van Dijk did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And they've got rid. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. And he's managed to get rid. Tries to play it through. Well timed, excellent interception. Now he's got space here. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well, and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Lexington clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Tries to pass it through. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, nice touch. And Messi! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Great vision. And he's worked it through. And he welcomes it in. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. A probing pass. That pass has been well intercepted. And the finish! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Xavi Alonso, pass somewhat off target. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. He's a sharp little ball here. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Baresi cuts it out. And he's heaved it away. Played into space. That's an imaginative pass. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Substitution on the field. Number 17.
And we have our very first corner.
Number 13, Kukchu. Coming on the field, number 9, Yamal. Number 22, Thomas Rashitsky. Substitution in progress.
Defending of the desperate variety.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Bale! Oh, it rattles the bar! Baresi promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Messi. That's good vision. And Batistuta! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Batistuta clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
This their second corner of the game. Big header!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Right card. And he's there to belt it away.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And that will be the final act. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable. So here we are, a new chapter begins, new heroes will arise,
Hello,
new legends will be
welcome
written.
to today's
It is
match.
time to turn the page. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle.
Alessandro Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
Internacional with another corner.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And now they can spring out of defence. Well, that looks a decent ball. Very nicely done. Oh, there's a probing ball. He's had a shot! And it's a goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps... And Stoichkov! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Quarter of an hour played. In with the challenge. Now it's Messi. They get a throw in. He's got tall. No, he didn't quite meet it right.
And that was really good pressure. They did enough to put him off in the end.
Short changes him with that pass. Neymar.
Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Torres.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Cannavaro gets rid without sophistication. And it's De Bruyne.
That is a brilliant interception.
Oh, it's a great ball here.
Oh, easy pickings there.
Look at the space here. And Torres! It's off target and by quite a way.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Costa Curta.
Xavi Alonso. And this is Stoichkov.
Lexington truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Beckham. Now, can they get him away? And this is Messi. And this is Messi. Tries a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Azar. Now it's Torres. Looking to play him in. That's beautifully weighted. He has found a way through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Internacional. And the first half is done. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And he's had a hit! And again! It's a goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Messi, important interception. De Bruyne. Haaland. Hazard. Here's Haaland. Looking for options for movement. Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Corner number 3 coming up. So it's going to be another corner. Internacional get their 4th corner. De Bruyne with the short one. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
They're up to 5 corners now. And now a sudden chance to counter. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's got away. Great chance! In he goes again! He's got a goal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
Substitution for International. Number 4, Fernando
So,
Torres.
time for changes on
Number
both sides,
17,
actually.
Erling Haaland.
So we have a breakthrough.
Number
Now, how will
23,
things develop from here?
Rafael van der
Well,
Vaart.
they've done the hard part now,
Number
Peter.
9,
Musiala!
Number 21,
Big relief, it just needed better contact.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Number 18, Mbappe. Number 8, Musiala. Number 6, Nabil Fekir. Number 11, Messi. Substitution.
Half an hour gone in the second half. Rodri calmly anticipates. Now it's Messi. And Messi!
Lexington surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And it's Fekir. Neymar. Neymar was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Messi! And that would have won it.
Oh, what a stunning save. Absolutely tremendous, and he's kept his team in it.
Fekir, well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And there's green grass ahead of him. And Messi! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Well, that comes down as wasteful again. The pass broke the line, and the finish, I think, broke a few hearts.
And he's taking no chances there. Messi. Messi takes control of it and he's on the move. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Messi driving forwards. And that is that. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will, and this place is bouncing. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's away we go then. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another. If that happens, then pressure can quickly...
He's having a shot! There it is!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, can he get onto this? That has not gone well. And here's Osimhen. Now it's Osimhen. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning.
There's the hit! Oh, crossbar! It's there! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly...
That's rather hopeful! And no one is overly concerned about that.
Well, it was an ambitious attempt, but it'll keep the defence on its toes at least.
Can he get on the end of this? Neymar. And smartly reclaimed. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Beckham. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game. Goes for a shot! And he's really put himself on the line here. And we have our very first corner. And one more try! And he's heaved it away. Backward it goes. He's having a go! It's their second corner of the game. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Spread neatly. And now they can spring out of defence. Costa Curta. And it's Neymar. Driving forward. He might be in here! Chance!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. And I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Now it's Messi. Beckham. Platini. Roberto Carlos. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. That's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Xavi Alonso, and he plays one through. He's had a shot! And he's done it! All over in seconds. That's what they can do to you.
Yeah, well, the opposition had plenty of warning here, Peter. Look at how quick they were going the other way. Exactly what you need when you're playing on the counter-attack.
There will be 3 minutes.
And now he has 2. Well, this is what we've been waiting for. And he's gone looking for safety. And they're quick to get it back. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half.
And a quick announcement for the benefit of
Either side holding back here, it has been quite a half this.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that 2-goal cushion early in the second half.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1.
Substitution for South Korea. Number 9, Batistuta. Number 2.
And the second half gets underway.
Coming on the field, number 11,
Fernando Torres.
Number 16,
Matheus Cunha.
Rodri.
He's on it. Can he get away? Matheus Cunha is someone with real dynamite in his boots. And he's managed to get rid. Now this could be a chance. He's picked his way through. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. It's Alonso! Oh, it rattles the bar. Oh, it's a loose touch and the ball is anyone's. The ball goes in. Header! He will be livid with himself. Platini gathers from the goal kick, tries to pass it through. That's a shade optimistic. That's an imaginative pass. That's been cut out, well played. He won't be happy with that one. South Korea appear to be happy to let their front players stay. And a chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Osimhen. Rodri gets it away. Beckham looking for the run. Threads one in. Look at the space here. That's going to go a long way. They're back in possession and ready to go again. And here's Beckham. Oh, good. And he shoots! And Beckham! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
And they're back on the ball again. Probing pass. He's going for goal! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
It's a pretty loose pass. Cafu. Xabi Alonso going full tilt down the left. Great ball, and he's in here. Shot at goal. Sticks it away. And there's the goal they've been looking for. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
And no, that was never going to make it. Osimhen. Looking for a runner, and he's picked it up out wide. Pings in across, he gets big! And he's had it nicked away. And that will be the final act. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So off we go then.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without the unsung heroes doing the dirty work, and Frank Rijkaard is amongst the very best in the business.
Some say the best ever.
Yeah, and I can see why. He's about as sophisticated as players come.
Messi! There it is! Well, there was to be no other outcome.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
Barcelona are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Rijkaard. And Robertson. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat. It's Neymar! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Neymar actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Beckham to take it as usual.
Yeah, it may not seem important, but it is. I think the first corner can always set the tone.
And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's takes the shot! No, he's missed it.
Platini clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Nicely weighted ball. Tries to pass it through, and it's made its way to him.
Out of play for a goal kick.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it.
So it's down to business here.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costa.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them, and his tactical versatility means the centre-back...
Platini! Good try, very good try, in fact.
Well, the keeper looks perplexed. That was hit with real ferocity.
Serginho.
Well, that is one way to stop him. No way through. Played into space out wide. He's onside. Adams gets it clear. Good running, strong and purposeful. Rodri, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
He steps in, and that's the end of that.
And he gets rid in a hurry. Another chance from a corner.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Messi
Plays it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And this is Neymar. He has found the way through. Out of play for a goal kick.
Serginho.
And it's Neymar. Cannavaro kept his eye on it, and he's there. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And the shot! Goal! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Ball driven towards the far post. And he can clear it away. And he's there to retrieve it. Messi looking to play him in. Saliba clears it away. Ambitious ball here. Deftly away. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
That has ended up in no man's land. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, that's a key interception. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
And if you do have a chance
to look back on the first 45 minutes.
Well, I'm a little bit worried for them and the way they've looked in transitions, Peter. They've been a bit exposed, so they might be only one down, but they can't afford to have any more sloppy moments. Concede another, and we know it's an awful long way back.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Lexington really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
He's going for goal! It's off target and by quite a way.
Beckham clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Costa Curta.
pass somewhat off target. Costa Curta. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Messi. Still just a single goal between the sides. Beckham. Messi in acres of space out wide. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. He might be in here! Alonso. Oh, shooting chance! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
And it's been taken short. He's had a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! No, again there's no way through. The ball's gone astray.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Probing pass, and he's intervened well there. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Searching pass he's played there. Tries to play it through. Adams gets across to intercept that.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Looking for the run. And he's had it nicked away.
Barcelona really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
That is good alertness. Now who's going to be first to this? Messi. And he cuts out the supply. And that's really well manoeuvred. Threads one in. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Now this could be a chance. Shot a goal! He should have put that one away.
Messi really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
Can he get it through? Oh, perfectly measured that. That's tidy. Messi stood his ground strongly.
Lexington can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Great chance! He's got a goal! They have stolen level at the last! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Decent game of football that, intense, intriguing, and both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. Messi picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.
To pay a visit to our official store when